Big news coming today when it comes to the AEW and Warner Brothers Discovery media rights deal, with reports that AEW has agreed a deal with WBD on a $170 million per year deal for 3 to 4 years. In addition to that, an announcement could be coming as soon as next week. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. And of course, the biggest story when it comes to AEW has been the negotiations, the talks of the media rights agreement between All Elite Wrestling and Warner Brothers Discovery. Tony Khan recently has been talking about being at the final yards when it comes to actually getting a touchdown, spiking the ball and getting a deal with WBD. And now it looks like we could be getting an announcement as soon as in the next 7 days. Now, according to a new report today, AEW's deal with Warner Brothers Discovery is indeed closing in and could be hitting a big benchmark. Brandon Thurston has been on this story, and it's a story that actually comes from Puck. Now, a new report has shared some insight on AEW's new media rights deal with Warner Brothers Discovery as it nears finalization. In one of the biggest ongoing stories in wrestling this year, AEW has come under great scrutiny as its initial media rights agreement with WBD nears an end, with plenty of updates to indicate it was due to be closed. The deal was due to be closed over recent months. It had also been reported there were talks between Tony Khan and Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav in Paris during the Olympics, and it looks like Tony Khan's optimism is about to get even bigger because, as mentioned, Puck has now reported that not only is a deal close to being signed, but a formal announcement could also be soon made as quickly as next week. As per the report, AEW's agreement with WBD is set to be a four-year deal with 3 obligatory years and an optional 1-year extension. The deal is rumored to be valued at around $170 million per year. AEW matches will reportedly air on TNT, TBS, and True TV twice weekly. Now, reports had emerged last week to indicate that AEW was negotiating yet another media rights deal outside of its WBD partnership, with the promotion said to have been in talks with Fox over the recently trademarked AEW Shockwave show. Now, Puck's report made mention of these talks, with Tony Khan's company pitching that package to broadcast channels, indicating Fox might not only be the only partner they have in mind. The report added there's no timetable for when AEW will start to push that deal. Now, during the AEW All Out press conference a couple of weeks ago, Tony Khan teased the upcoming Shockwave and spoke with his confidence that the company would continue with WBD for a long time. On WBD's side of things, its negotiations with AEW have been delayed by its ongoing legal saga after losing its NBA media rights to Amazon Prime. Now, Sports Business Journals also picked this up, releasing the following story saying, quote, Warner Brothers Discovery is close to finalizing a package to renew All Elite Wrestling, and a formal announcement, quote, could come as soon as next week, barring any last-minute changes, end quote, according to sources cited by John Urund of Puck. It, quote, looks like it will be a 4-year deal, 3 years guaranteed plus an option, and the $170 million per year number, quote, floating around wrestling message boards is apparently in the ballpark, end quote. AEW matches will air on TNT, TBS, and True TV twice a week, further evidencing WBD CEO David Zaslav's strategy of, quote, making the latter two networks more valuable and sports-orientated in the cable bundle as the potency of TNT declines, sans professional basketball rights, end quote. This deal, quote, marks a clear success for AEW, end quote, which launched 5 years ago with a threshold WBD deal. AEW is also, quote, pitching another package primarily to broadcast channels, end quote, but there is no timetable on when AEW will start to push that deal. Now, more details of this media rights agreement come courtesy of Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, who's provided a very lengthy article and lengthy story kind of saying what he has heard, putting together all of these different pieces of information that not only we've heard today, but also over the last few weeks. He has said that AEW's deal with WBD is closing in and could be hitting a big benchmark. Brandon Thurston tweeted the following regarding a report from John Urand at Puck, saying, quote, John Urand at Puck reports AEW's new media rights deal with WBD looks like it will be a 4-year deal, 3 years guaranteed with a 1-year option. Urand says $170 million per year is apparently in the ballpark. He says AEW will air on TNT, TBS, and True TV twice per week as part of a strategy to make True TV more sports orientated, like we said previously. The announcement of the deal, quote, could come as soon as next week, barring any last minute changes. He says AEW is pitching an additional package to broadcast networks. The report at one point refers to AEW as second tier wrestling, though Urand writes that the deal marks a clear success for AEW. Now, according to Sean Rossap of Fightful Select, contacts that they've spoken to close to the situation claim that this information does reflect the truth and the deal is being closed in on. Now, Fightful say they do not have a date in which the deal will be announced. Sources that Fightful have spoken to at All Elite Wrestling say that things have been tight-lipped about the future of the deal and that talent have not been privy to the details of AEW's TV future or the future of pay-per-views. However, several on both sides that Fightful have spoken to believe that the Max/pay-per-view and streaming deals very well could be separate from the amount outlined by Urand and part of a different deal the two sides are currently working on. Now, $200 million a year was a large benchmark, one which led to the One Bill Phil talking points, which referenced AEW being able to get an all-encompassing deal of $200 million per year on average over 5 years, equaling $1 billion total. Now, while the length of the deal wouldn't get them there, the $170 million figure plus additional pay-per-view deals or revenue, as well as outside packages, likely would. So there is a possibility they could get to that $200 million mark that they are looking for. Whether it will be over 5 years, the WB deal wouldn't be, but possibly other deals could. Now, Fightful reported earlier this summer that AEW had already been offered at least double their previous rights fees. Just after the Paris Olympics, another deal had been sent AEW's way, which Fightful was told was lengthy and needed to be heavily reviewed. As of AEW All Out Weekend, WBD sources told Fightful that talks were amicable and ongoing. Now, as referenced in the prior reports, AEW is still shopping additional packages, something that Fightful have been told Tony Khan has been interested in doing in quite some time. It would appear as a result of this, AEW is no longer going to be exclusive to WBD, which was negotiated in being part of the AEW Collision deal. This led to AEW Dark and Dark Elevation being removed from AEW's YouTube slate. Now, Fox has become a party of interest regarding AEW and had also spoken to 2 other wrestling companies outside of WWE in recent years. WBD has already prepared materials to announce their slate of programming for 2025. Fightful say they've not heard of any talks regarding Ring of Honor, but that's not to say those conversations haven't happened. Although AEW's figures aren't publicly known, a TV deal of this size would make them profitable, which has kind of been, I guess, the next benchmark of where they want to get to coming out of this next TV deal. So it looks like, as of right now, if that reporting is accurate, they are going to hit the numbers to make them profitable. Of course, we're still waiting on announcements or anything like that. Of course, we get any more details, any more further talk about numbers, lengths, other TV deals, of course, we'll let you know in a future video. But let me know your thoughts about all of it in the comment section below. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.